The rock and roll universe went nuts a few weeks ago when Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson of Rush announced that they found a new drummer, a female drummer, right on, and are going back on tour after a years-long hiatus. Ticket sales, crazy time. 20, 30 grand for some of these tickets up front to see Rush. Now, to me, this is awesome for a number of reasons. Rush has been near and dear to my heart because my first girlfriend in high school, I'm 15 years old, I'm in her bedroom, I literally don't know what I'm doing. And she was a Rush fan. And that was actually my first exposure to the band. I'm trying to figure it out with her. And meanwhile, it's like, what the hell is that? And I loved Lifeson's guitar playing. I remember listening to Working Man over and over again, like every single Jimmy Page riff from Led Zeppelin in one song, but masterfully pulled off and some great writing. I liked them, but they were always weird. I remember flipping through Rolling Stone's review of the top 100 bands, and Rush would get 0 stars, a half a star on their albums. They were panned by the critical community, like hated. And Rush fans, even back then, even when they were getting radio time, Rush fans were this niche group of rock and roll weirdos. Rush was considered weird. But then they went mainstream, not only with radio time, but they broke through, at least in North America, to the point where they were filling stadiums. The first concert I ever saw was Rush, the Hemispheres Tour. I'm giving away my youthful complexion and age, no doubt. But Rush had a special place in my youth. And Rush has its own strange place in the pantheon of immortal rock and roll bands. And I bring this up also because they did their own thing. Geddy Lee, chipmunk punk. What kind of voice is that? And then when they got into their prog rock phase, especially, super complicated writing and rhythms, people were confused. It was an acquired taste, but they persisted. Rush grit, Rush determination. They were non-stop, producing albums and on the road. And this is a lesson to anyone and everyone creating their own voice and persisting in doing anything creative out there. You're always going to get pushback. If you are special, if you are unique, as Dave Grohl mentioned at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame awards ceremony, now everyone's saying Rush is cool, but we knew that Rush was always cool. If you're a creator and you've got a voice, you're cool. You'll always be cool. And you could take one of two paths. You could listen to the negative criticism, try to shift your style, become someone you're not, in order to satisfy detractors and maybe grow your reach. Or you could just stick to being yourself. If you sound like a chipmunk and you're plowing through Jimmy Page riffs and you go from 4/4 to 5/4 to 4/4 to 7/8 time in 3 measures, then go for it. You do your own thing. Persist. That's no guarantee that you're going to make it. But if you keep on keeping on, if you keep doing your own thing, plow right through it, just release that content, get in front of people and perform, something's going to happen. And what that something is, you're creating content that you love and you're getting in front of people and sharing it. And there's nothing more beautiful and glorious than doing that. And yeah, you're going to get the hate, but that's part of what pumps you up. Ironically, so much of the motivation of creative people is just to plow right through all of that criticism, not so much to prove that you're right or prove that you got it going on, but absorb that energy and like a good Tai Chi master, just throw it back, express yourself, and most importantly, do what you love. Woohoo to Rush. Go for it. Geddy and Alex and Anika. And kudos to Neil Peart, who no doubt, wherever Neil is, in the drum studio in the sky, I bet he approves too. And he approves because Geddy and Alex got it going on